"What's wrong?" he asked. "The castle looks deserted." "So it is, and likely to be for many a year," said one of the guards. "His Majesty can no longer live there." "But why?" asked the soldier. "Surely everyone in these parts knows by now that the castle is haunted by a demon that will not give the king peace day or night. No one can get rid of it, no one at all, and the king can bear it no more." "I think perhaps I may be able to help the king," said the soldier obligingly. "I would be indebted to you all my life if you could," said the king, emerging from his tent in his nightgown. The astonished soldier fell upon his knees. "Your Majesty, let me go to the castle tonight before I return home, and I will rid you of the demon." "My dear fellow," said the king, straightening his nightcap, "you don't know what you're saying. You go there alone when I and all my courtiers could not bear it? No, it is too much to ask. I cannot allow it." "Perhaps your Majesty is fond of camping out?" ventured the soldier. "Not in the least, dear boy. It's so unroyal, don't you see, and most uncomfortable," replied the king, patting his aching back. "Then let me help. I only ask permission to sleep in the castle tonight. That's all." The king could hardly refuse. He went into his tent and returned with a huge key. "There you are," he said. "This key will open the door. Go if you must, and if you succeed, you may have any part of my kingdom you wish as a reward." The soldier thanked the king, took the key, and went up the hill to the darkened castle. He put the key in the lock and let himself into the main hall, where he thought he would spend the night. Taking off his jacket, he put it under his head, and with his knapsack close beside him, he lay down to sleep. He had scarcely closed his eyes when he was awakened by a shrieking and howling, and a thin, high voice calling in the darkness. "Get out! Get out! This is my castle! Everybody out! Clear the way! Clear the way! Not even a mouse is allowed to stay! It is all mine!" The soldier opened his eyes, and by the light of the moon he saw a small figure prancing about. It seemed to be dressed in black, with pointed ears, pointed nose, and long pointed toes. As it went about, lifting its knees up to its chin, it saw the figure of the soldier in the corner. "I said everybody out!" screamed the demon. "Out of here this instant! Do you hear? Out, out, out!" The soldier was not afraid at all. "Why should I get out?" he said, yawning. "The king has given me permission to sleep here." "This is my castle now," replied the demon, bouncing up onto the mantelpiece and glaring down at the soldier. "If you don't go, I'll turn you into a fly." "Then I'll buzz up and down your long nose," said the soldier, lying down as if he didn't care. "Will you then, you impudent creature? In that case, I'll turn you into a beetle," yelled the demon, stamping up and down on the mantelpiece. The soldier simply stretched himself and said casually, "What a pleasure it would be for me, then, to nip all along your pointed toes." "What? I'll turn you into a... But before the demon could think of anything else to say, the soldier stood up and said quickly, "I'll turn you into my knapsack this very instant, and you will remain there until I let you go." Whiz! With the speed of an arrow, the demon shot off the mantelpiece, straight into the knapsack, and the soldier fastened the buckle. "Let me out of here, whoever you are!" the demon cried. The soldier took no notice. He put the knapsack under his jacket, put his head down on the jacket, and went to sleep. He was so tired that even the violent kicking of the demon did not disturb him. In the morning, the king sent a troop of his guards to find out what had happened to the brave soldier. The men peered through the window and saw the soldier sitting on a small pack, peacefully smoking his pipe. Still, they did not dare to go in, so they tapped on the window and shouted, "Are you all right?" "I'm very well, thank you," replied the soldier. "Did you see the demon?" "Of course I did," said the soldier, blowing smoke rings. Where is it now? Asked the soldiers, fearfully glancing about them. Why, I'm sitting on it, answered the soldier. Now, no more questions, if you please. Go and bring me 40 blacksmiths with hammers and a barrel of wine. Bring what? Gasped the soldiers. You heard me. Quickly, do as I say. The soldier was beginning to lose patience with the frightened men. Away galloped the guards, and they returned 2 hours later with 40 blacksmiths in a cart, and behind them a wagon containing 40 hammers and a barrel of wine. The soldier ordered the blacksmiths to take it in turns, hammering on his knapsack, which they did without knowing why. When they were thirsty, they took a drink from the barrel, then hammered away with a will. The demon in the knapsack began to squeal with terror. Stop it, do you hear? You'll never hurt a demon with a hammer or 100 hammers or 1,000 hammers or even 1,000,000 hammers. Demons can't feel hammers. Ouch! What did you say? Called the soldier above the noise. I said you'll never, ouch, hurt me, ouch, never. Stop it, I can't bear it anymore, screeched the demon, who could indeed feel every single blow from the hammers. That's what His Majesty said about you, shouted the soldier. If you promise to leave this land and never return, the hammering will stop. The king wishes to live at peace in his castle. For a moment, the demon said nothing. Then a few hard, extra blows persuaded him. That's enough. I promise. Have mercy on me. Let me go, and I'll never come back. The hammering stopped, and the soldier opened his knapsack. Come out, he said. A long, black, pointed toe emerged. Then an arm, a long nose, and 2 green eyes looked out in fear. Hurry up before I change my mind, said the soldier sternly. At once, the creature sprang up like a frog and ran away at top speed, down the hill and across the fields until it disappeared in the distance. The soldier went to the king, who was eating breakfast rolls in his tent. You must be the bravest soldier in my entire kingdom, he said when he heard the story. Not really, Your Majesty, only the most fortunate, smiled the soldier, thinking of Prat and Krat. Say what you like, but I shall raise you to the rank of general. Not a word. It's the very least you deserve, announced the king, offering a plate to the soldier. Have a roll, and put one in your pocket. Now I shall keep my promise to you. Tell me, which part of my kingdom would you like for your own, and it shall be yours. The soldier, who was not a greedy man, took only one roll and asked for very little. You are most kind, sire, he said, bowing. If it pleases your majesty, I need only the little cottage I already own, but if my land could reach down as far as the Vistula River, a matter of 300 yards or so, then I would be more than content. Aha, I see you are a fisherman at heart, laughed the king. You are an easy man to please. I wish there were more like you. From this moment on, the land is yours, with the Vistula at its border. And remember, you are most welcome at my castle whenever you wish to come. The soldier thanked the king, bowed again, and went home at last to his little cottage. Every day he went to sit on the banks of the Vistula, not, however, to fish, as the king had thought. He puffed his pipe, which was always full of tobacco, and scanned the water for signs of a roughly made raft floating upstream, carrying Prat and Krat. He watched for many months and many years, but he never saw them again. He did not forget them, though, for they had given him all he needed to be happy for the rest of his life, and he lived to the age of 101. The end.